right down the middle of all of this. We're going to put... Oh, Jesus, I've just fallen off, guys. Now then, YouTube, I'm the Toff Man, and welcome back to some more Not the Bees. It's part 7 today, guys. 7 parts. Who thought I would ever get past 4 parts? I mean, let's be quite honest. My track record of completing packs is not great, guys. It's not fantastic, but we're certainly going to be doing that. So, last episode, I said I was going to get a load of Yente princesses. In reality, last episode, I finished about 10 minutes ago. I got 2 Yente princesses. One of them is doing the Clockwork Queen because I constantly want to make power. That's why that one is being constantly watched by a Yente bee. And the other one is in this one, which is constantly doing this Smelter Queen, which is great. It's given me tons and tons of charcoal so I can create more and more power. That's the biggest thing. As soon as I can make something that will give me so much power, we're awesome here, guys. We've got plenty of different things that we can actually create power with. We've just got to get the ability to be able to make these. So, say for example, Pete. I think Pete's in here. Yes, Pete from Forestry. It's not a bad little thing. Plus, it only really requires these 2, which are a few electron tubes with obsidian, which we can grab. And wait, hang on a minute. Wait, hold up. It needs a harvester, doesn't it? I think it needs a harvester. Or we can just do it normal. We don't even need the harvester. We can do it manually, if we so wish, and take that. And then we can make peat-fired engines, which actually generates more RF than what those generators do right there. And, of course, definitely what these generators do right here. And we can automate it much better and get a constant source of power coming from that. So, there's something to think about, guys. There's a way of getting ourselves power. But I certainly want to create more and more Yente princesses to get all of these constantly ticking over. That's the only reason why I would put these guys in one of these industrial apiaries, is so that I can get them fully automated. But the Yente princesses do a really, really good job of that, and I can't wait to see more. So, okay, this episode, we're going to try something out, guys. A few episodes back, we got the recycler. Whoops. Bit of laggage there. I've noticed our problem at the moment, before we can continue with any more quests, is soul sand. That's our main problem. Soulful wax. We can actually get it from scrap boxes. A 1.93% chance, very small, I might add, but we can get it from scrap boxes. And what I would like to do, guys, is do that today. So we have... I think, can we use clockwork engines on this? I don't want to put it down just in case. I have to cheat it in again. But what we're going to do, I get a lot of bees. A lot of scrap bees that really I'm not going to go ahead and use at any point in time. So I'm just going to pop the recycler down right there. And I'm hoping that doesn't power it. It must be. I'm hoping. I should have put it over there. Because that's where the other power is. The other sort of power. God damn it. I'm going to have to cheat myself in again, aren't I? Why on earth does it do that? I'll never know. I'll try it a different way. What I'm going to try then is if I put my clockwork engine down, I want it facing upwards really if I can help it. So let me just do this. No, that didn't work. Let me grab the stuff from Immersive Engineering. So this stuff here. I'm wondering if I can sort of cheese it a little bit. I don't know if it does, but I'm going to try it anyway. Right, it does go on there, which is nice to know. It's the wrong way around though, so let's just turn it around. Can I cheese this, guys? This is the question that needs to be asked. Can I cheese this? Right, looking inside here, I've got no power whatsoever. If I give it large, it's yellow, but is it getting power? Oh, it's not. It's not getting any power. It looks like it can only use EU, which is really, really annoying. I suppose then you need... We got a generator, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we got a generator as well. Yes, we did. Okay, then it's not the end of the world, guys, because we can stick the generator down and then come over to this flower right over here, which will give us a nice stack of charcoal to stick into this, make some power, get transferred into this bad boy, and I best move these because I do actually want these Yente ones. I don't want to shove these in. Let me just go ahead, and these are pure Yente drones that I've just been messing around with the cultivated. As you can see, look, cultivated Yente. I've been making princesses. So let's grab ourselves, fill all this down here, because then I can just go like this, woo, and then get a full-on thing, and then we can just put them in here, scrap them into scrap boxes, guys. We don't always get a scrap box, by the looks of things. What sort of things do get scrap boxes? How do we get them? No, that's what we can do. It doesn't seem to tell me. I think like random items, like we're making a load of stone that we don't necessarily need. Oh, okay, you need 9 scrap. That is brutal. That is brutal, because this is only going to give us a 2% chance at getting soul sand. There should really be, I think, a quest a little bit earlier, in the earlier quests, just for one single piece of soul sand. One single piece would be really, really good. What I'll do, guys, is I'll be back when I've got 9 of these. We'll give it an open, because you never know what's going to come out of it. I quickly found out, guys, it's very difficult to get scrap. It is, and especially when you can't stack the bees. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just basically going to put a load of rubbish in there, leave it, let it do its business, and hopefully get me lots and lots of scrap. In other words, about 2 pieces for every single stack of item that you put in there. So we've got our first scrap box. How epic would it be to drop that 2% chance of getting a soul sand? It's a wooden hoe. God damn. God damn, we got one of them as well. Well, over the course, guys, we are just going to leave that to go ahead and make scrap for us. We're going to come over here. We're going to change items into there, and we're just going to leave it. We're just going to let it run, let it do it, and we're going to come back to that later on. What we're going to do is take matters into our own hands by going down the magic bees route. It's going to take a while, but it might be a hell of a lot quicker than trying to find it during the scrap boxes. So I have just put that there. I want to put one of them there. I want one of them as well, and I think we're okay for what we've got currently. I need more seed oil though. So let me just go ahead and, whoops, I was meant to do that. Like this. I was meant to just do this so I can get tons and tons and tons and tons of peanuts. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of peanuts. Everybody loves peanuts, guys. Everybody loves peanuts. And if you don't, then you're obviously allergic to them. Maybe. So in the squeezer, that goes, and we're going to add this to our little power network that we've got at the back. With this linking up to there, like that. Brilliant. So that will now be getting power. We'll be getting a load of seed oil into there, and then of course we can move that into here. So as you can see, I've put a load of dirty combs into here as well now. We're getting dirt coming flying through, which is fantastic, because this, guys, this dirt, in fact, hang on a minute. Yeah, we're going to say, there we go, look, I think we've got a quest here. There we go, 16 dirt, that's exactly what I want. Look, 64 grass blocks. Oh, yes, this is going to be amazing. Number one, I just started doing it here with one single dirt block that we've got. I'm not going to do massive farms. I think something that looks a little bit like this would be absolutely fine. So you get an inside view there of about a 3x3. Because there'll be fences all the way around this. In fact, that's a good point. If there's going to be fences, I do not want to use this, do I? I want to use my slabbage. I've not got much in the way of slabbage, actually. Let me go and cut down a tree. Or 2. Woo! Still do this, guys. Still is a hell of a lot quicker than using those bees. But we could, that's a good point actually, we could get Yente princesses and get a sort of tree farm with the bees using the Yente princesses. That could be a good way of doing it, because they would constantly replenish themselves and I wouldn't have to keep coming over and babysitting it. I think the majority of our automation is locked behind iron. As soon as I can get iron, guys, I can get hoppers. And when I can get hoppers, I can then start automating the apiaries that we've got. That is going to be useful for us. It really is. Because then we can start using crafters and stuff like that from Botania. Batch crafter? Arcane pattern crafter? Craft. Not craft. Yeah, we can use these things, these crafty crates and stuff like that, but I think you need Dreamwood. Yeah, you do. God damn it. There must be an easier way. Crafting furnace. Engineer's blueprint, cooking table. I wonder if the oh my god, there's no way of getting to that at any point soon. That's probably the best way of doing it, crafty crate, but we've got to go down the magic route to be able to do that. Right, okay then, guys. So we've got plenty of oak wood. I'm just going to go ahead really quickly and change all that into oak wood planks. I'm going to leave the slabs there like that because I want some planks and I want some slabs. So we've got to hope now that we can pick these back up. Oh. This is good. It's looking good, guys. So we want this... Oh, Jesus, that's close. We want this outside edge to be wood. We want the inside edge to be the grass that we've got right here. So I'm going to actually want to use oak wood planks just around the edge here to elevate this up so that we've got somewhere to put our fences rather than using all of our dirt for this. In fact, hang on a minute, I don't want that there. I'm going to lose these, I know I am. There's one. I might lose the odd one. Good, I didn't. So we're going to want something that looks a little bit like this. And then a 3x3 area inside this is going to be very useful for us. Because we can put our fences around. This is exactly what we're going to be doing, guys. We're going to get our fence. We're going to be creating some more fence with the sticks that we've got. Right, that'll do. And, actually it won't do because I needed one for a gate. Technically I don't need a gate because I'm not going to be going in there. We'll just use a normal fence for the moment. Like this. And it is going to look something that looks a little bit like this. So mobs can't spawn on them, obviously, because it's a place where no mob can spawn. There's a fence. I'm going to want to get in now. And then we're going to put that around there. We will stick a torch though somewhere along the line so that nothing spawns in the pen with our stuff. So we've got a charcoal, which is good. So we'll make a set of torches just to be able to light the area up so nothing will spawn inside our pen. Lovely. I'll stick one on the end there as well. So that is now practically done. We just need to go and get the spawn eggs. And we can choose which one we want first. And of course, we're going to go with the cow. There we go. Because we need leather for the thingy. So in goes one, in goes two, and there we go. We've got two sorted, guys. Now that is going to be good news for us. Now what I'm actually going to do, right down the middle of this, right here, is we're going to put some slabs. Right down the middle of all of this, we're going to put... Oh, Jesus, I've just fallen off, guys. Well, I tried to save myself by going into creative mode before I died. It didn't work, guys. I still died. My stuff is, however, retrievable, and that is a surprise. I thought literally I was going to lose all of my stuff. There was going to be a grave where I couldn't possibly get to. But it seems that that is not the case, and I can, in fact, get to my stuff. Now, you can see where the cow is. You can see where I died. Now, I actually need to get somewhere around about here. So, we're going to get my stuff back by placing that there, and we're going to sort this out a little bit later on. But I do want my stuff back, guys. I do want my stuff back. We're going to use some stone, and we're going to sort of ride this down. Now I'm going to get my stuff. I'm going to show you, obviously after I've done it, how I've done it. hopefully this will work. So as you can see, my death point is just here. So if we went directly down there, we'd be able to get our stuff. What I want to do is do something that looks a little bit like that. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to work, so let me take that back. Let me do that instead. Actually, no, because that's now joining up with that, and that's going to make an absolute mess. Much like it's doing down there already. God damn it. Is it going down at all? Like, it's really, really slow to do it. But it does seem as if it's sort of colliding with my my death point down there, as you can probably just see. I think it's not too bad actually. Let's go and put that back where it was. Okay, so we're gonna just ride this down. Here, guys, we're gonna ride this down, and this should drop us directly on top of my stuff. As you can see, it might be in the water a little bit, I can see. And it might be spilling over the edge there. But the main thing is, we're going to get our stuff. Hopefully, the water's not going to go ahead and drag all of... Oh. Right, hopefully we can get the stuff. The stuff's what we're here for. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Let me on. Oh, Jesus. Why does it have to be so difficult? I think... Oh my god, I've done it again! How? The water just stopped. Oh. Alright guys, I'm back. I died like 15 million times. By 15 million times I meant 4. And I got really annoyed. I went into creative mode basically, and I flew down there and I got my stuff back, that's for sure. So let me go ahead and get rid of all of my death points that I've suddenly accumulated in the space of no time whatsoever, and continue off where I left off, guys. And that is actually a problem, an issue that I'm currently having. It is the fact that I shouldn't have even placed these here in the first place. Right. My water, the water actually is playing havoc with my FPS at the moment. It will sort itself out eventually, but it's got a long way to go before it actually does. What I was meant to do was place this here because of the fact, so all of this was for absolutely nothing at all. Because, of course, I need somewhere to place my hives so that these guys are going to get flowers. And that is the main problem that I'm having here. So I've run out of oak wood planks. We are instead going to use these, of course, and these are going to go around a bit like this. I'm not going to fall off this time, guys. I promise you. If I do fall off, I need slapping. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that is literally how big these animal pens are going to be. I don't think I need them any bigger, because as we go further and further on into the pack, it's just going to create so much stuff that I don't need, that it's just going to be ridiculous. So instead, I'm going to be using just 3x3 pens, basically. And then in between, I'm going to have lines of grass like this, so that my apiaries can go and sort of do their stuff. We're going to do their stuff, guys. Okay, so we need more wood, and basically I'm going to do this I'm going to do 4 pens, 1, 2, and then behind it over here, 3, 4 pens. That's all I'm going to be doing. I'll be back. Alright guys, with all of that dying behind us, we are here with 4 very good looking pens. 2 sheep, 2 cow, 2 chicken, 2 pigs. And I feel a bit like Noah's Ark here, guys. So we're going to start breeding these things. And the way that you do that automatically, is, of course, with the husbandry bees, which means we need to move these guys around. We're just going to go ahead really quickly and put these and make sure that these are together. We will need to get a Yente princess, because we're going to be making sure that these guys are fully automated so that we don't have to worry about them. Alright, let me take these. It will still be husbandry pure drones. Nothing's going to change on that front, guys. But what is going to change, of course, is it's going to be moved. And I need a bit of bone meal, actually, so that I can make sure a flour is around. Let's say a bit of bone meal. Probably need a little bit more than that. And we're just going to go ahead and use this, like this, until we can grab ourselves. There we go. There is one single flower, which I'm quite happy about. Now, this husbandry apiary is going to be placed here, because then the butcher one is going to be right next to it, guys. And if we press F7, nothing's going to spawn on top of it. That's nice to know. So the husbandry, if you're wondering what the husbandry does, guys, it basically just breeds the bees. It breeds pairs together. So it's actually saying that there's no flowers. Why? What sort of flowers do they need to be? Just really quickly, guys. No, it says flowers. Flower type flowers. There literally is one right here. Why are you no work? Right, let's try and get, there we go. There's one a little bit closer. And now it decides that it's going to work. So we're going to put the student drone back in there so we can see when this one actually does run out, because I don't have a pure Yente at this moment in time. But the husbandry bee is basically going to look around it and it's going to breed. There we go, you see that? It's actually going to automatically breed these guys together. Hopefully. Is there another one? Is it going to tick again? The thing is, it's probably going to be looking at all of these, so it might... I'm hoping that there's no sort of cooldown, and it just automatically does it. We'll come back later on and we'll see that. But the next thing we need to get to, of course, is the butcher bee. The butcher bee is created with a graduate and a lumber, so that is something. I'm pretty sure we have a graduate queen, a spare one, floating around. And by floating around, I mean in my chest. That's a load of rockers, common. Oh, we've got a lumber princess there, right? So, we just need a graduate drone, of which we have plenty. Oh, that one needs forest pure. Oops. Forest pure. And then obviously I need another sign for that one over there. But the graduates, where are you, graduate? I can't remember where I put you. Are you there? Yes, you are. Oh, look, we've got a spare graduate princess straight off the bat. But we'll just go with a graduate drone because it makes more sense. I've got more graduate drones. But let's try this then, guys. So we need the mutation frames. They are currently sitting up here. Need to make double sure that this guy is going to work. If I hover over this, it doesn't say it has to be above anything, so that's good. Lumber, along with the graduate drone, then with the mutating frames in there, should be no time before we get ourselves full-on butcher queens. So let's put that in there. Butcher princess, that's all we need. So the lumber, we'll make sure this gets changed. And, of course, we need another apiary. I'm tempted to actually nick this one. In fact, I'm going to. Mainly because we don't need this above a bookcase anymore. I'll leave the bookcase spare. Is that... That's not going to create... No, it's not going to create any spawns. But over here is where we're going to be putting our butcher bees. Ah, we've got a little baby cow. Nice. We've got a little baby sheep. We've got a little baby chicken and we've got a little baby pig. And everything is working fine and dandy for us. Let's have a look, see if we've got that butcher. Oh, it certainly looks so. It looks like we've gone pure straight away, guys. There we go. Butcher, butcher. Butcher, butcher. Fantastic. We'll slap this guy in here. We'll get that going. And we need 2 new signs, of course. Although we don't really need the signs over here for these, I don't suppose. We need a student drone for that one, because I definitely want to know when that one's done. So, student princess, put that away. Student drone, we'll keep one of those. And we'll slap that into here. Lovely jubbly. So that will do its business for us. Now, that means that we can slowly go down the quest book route, guys. And that is next in the career bees is this one. The husbandry. We need 16 raw beef and 8 leather. So basically we only needed to set up cows. Doesn't really matter. We're going to do these. So this is good. And what will happen is it will kill the excess for us when they've grown up into adults, of course, and it will keep their drops in here, I do believe. I'm hoping that's the case. If not, we'll set up a collecting bee somewhere around here that will collect items that are loose for us. We'll just have to keep an eye out. And then, of course, we need to keep going with this scrap, which is lovely. Alright, so next on the list, of course, as I said last time, it is this, the Armourer Bee. And to do that, it's going to take a little bit of work, guys, of which I'm not going to do on camera. Alright guys, I think we've gone ahead and done this, so I think we might have a slight mix between these two. I'm not sure just yet. That's a full-on Armourer Princess, a full-on Armourer Drone, and an Armourer Graduate sort of hybrid. So we've got it, guys. Basically, we have it. I'm quite happy about that. That's a hybrid, so we don't really want that one. Over here, look at this, guys. We are doing fantastically well. Oh, we've got another Engineer Princess. I'm not going to get involved with this too much even. Here, what was here? I'm not entirely sure what was here, but it's moved. I think it's the Smelter Bee. So we want to grab this, actually. The Armourer Princess. No, we won't. We'll keep it where it is. So the Armourer Princess, Armourer Drone will go here. We just need some signs so that we can put this one. Done. So 2 signs will do nicely. The Armourer is a pure one now, so brilliant. Armourer pure. That looks right. And of course we need the pheromones for this to be able to complete the quest, and that will be where this pheromone frame comes in quite handy. We'll stick that in there, and then eventually, over some time, of course, that will give us some pheromones from these ants. Ants? They are not ants, guys. Imagine if they had ants as well as bees. That would be crazy. So I did all of my dirt. I ended up with like 44 pieces of dirt, which is amazing. So we're not going to be losing that anytime soon. I'm just going to really quickly go over here and double check on my cows. They're still babies, so it doesn't look as if anything's been killed as of yet. This is looking good though. I like the way that this works. Automation is definitely key in anything that you want to get done, especially in this pack. Right, that's harvestable now, which is good. I put the anvil there so it didn't fall out of the earth, which would have been a terrible mistake. And one which I didn't do, so I'm quite proud of myself. I didn't actually lose that. And let's put them back. So that one done. With a vial of the Armourer, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's over here. So what I'll do, guys, is I will come back one more time before the end of this episode and see what's going on. Oh no, it doesn't matter. We've got it, guys. We have it. So I can take that pheromone frame out. We've got 2 vials of pheromones, actually. That is pretty decent. Oh, let's put that in there. And let's see. So we get a full set of bee armour, which is nice. I wonder if that means that we don't get stung by bees. That would be nice. But what we also do is get access to some of the special ones on this side here. So let's put our bee armour on. I look amazing. Let's take another look a little bit closer. Oh, I look like a version of Iron Man, to be honest, guys. So a little bit in the middle of my my thing. So let's put that back. And what we have access now to then, guys, like a hot knife through butter. Sharpening bees work much like Armourer bees, except for weapons. They're fairly simple to breed and have no special requirements, and we get a bronze sword for this. So, what the Armourer bees do, and we'll give a quick demonstration before I end this episode, and then I'm going to be working through the quests off camera, actually. I'm not going to get any of the rewards or anything like that. I'm just going to make sure that they're done. I can come in next episode, and it's done for you guys. So, what the Armourer bees do is, if I take these, for instance, can I put them in there? I've forgotten. I know that they increase my armour, but let me just have a quick look. Armourer bees. I know that they increase the durability on top of what I've already got, but it's how it does it. So it needs an anvil under the housing to be bred. We've done that. Armourer will automatically modify armour placed on nearby flower pedestals. Okay. So we need a flower pedestal before we can even do that. And to do that, obviously, we need shears, which we can, because, yeah, we've only got one flower pedestal, basically, at the moment. I wonder if there's any way of shopping for a flower pedestal, maybe? It doesn't look like it by the looks of things on here. If I've got fancy frames, which would be decent. But it doesn't look like there's any way of doing that. So, never mind. Flower pedestal, we just basically put it on there and it will add to the durability, not the durability, but it will add to the armor rating of that by sticking extra armor on, which is quite nice, guys, and it's really, really useful, especially if you're going to be using, or if you're going to be hit quite often, which I don't intend on being, so. It does sound as if they're still babies. They are indeed. And then, of course, after that one, we then get access to another one up here, like new. Requires hot like butter. But we're going to be doing that next episode. We're flying through some of these quests, which is really good, guys. But to get through the career bees is what we need to do so that we can fully get what we need to do on this side. And then we can work on these sinister drones and the sinister princesses and stuff like that. Oh, let's do a bit of a scrap opening. Fingers crossed, guys. One single piece of soul sand. Is it coming up? Oh, guys. It's copper ore. We've actually got a piece of copper. Wow. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll take that. That's a nice end to the episode there, guys. Until next time, I've been the Toff Man. As always, stay safe.